Hello, welcome to Vlogmas Day 3. So today I've actually made it outside. It's Saturday and I feel like I just sit indoors all week, and once the day is over it's dark and I don't want to go out. So today I really made an effort to actually go outside while it's still a little bit light out here. And I'm out walking on a trail not too far from where we live, but I haven't actually been here. I don't think ever, which is a big shame. And so now I'm out here actually doing a bit of geocaching, and it's really hard to walk and talk and film at the same time, so I had to stop. And I have to look at which direction I'm supposed to go here. And as you can see, I am wearing my woolly outfit. I have my wool and mohair headband. Don't know if that's focusing at all. I have my Scottish Highlands shawl. I think that's what it's called. Warm and woolly. And I have my mittens made from merino and some Australian possum fiber, which is an awesome combination because these are so warm, and they are the best mittens ever. I've had to replace a thumb already once because I wore holes in them, but I treasured these because they are so warm. And I was gifted this yarn from someone who went to Australia and got it for me, or gave it to me as a gift. So it's not likely that I'll ever get it again. So very happy about those. And what I'm actually out doing is geocaching. I'm looking for hidden treasures in the trees and under bridges and under rocks and stones. It's a hobby that I took up many years ago. Someone's coming. I'll get back to you later. Okay, so I made it just a little bit further. I'm not too confident standing in the woods talking to a phone in front of other people. So I made it just a little further, and I came to this spot, which I'll just swirl around a little bit. It's full of boulders, big ones and smaller ones. And somewhere close to these boulders, or somewhere around these boulders, is my next geocache. That's a big one. And geocaches are just basically containers that are hidden somewhere out in the terrain. And what you do is they have small logbooks in them where you sign your name and then you log them online or in your phone app, and you kind of collect stamps or you collect logs from these containers. Now the point of the whole thing is, I think the idea from the start was to discover new places, to learn about new places, maybe places that are hidden from public view, or that have a history that maybe isn't that well known, but now they are just all over the place, and they are often hidden around trails like these, so that when people walk these trails they can collect some logs in their geocaching at the same time. And we started this hobby as a family about 10 years ago when my kids were still small, and then we had a long break when the kids retired of it, and now I've taken it up for myself again, and mainly I use it as an incentive to get out, because I just find just walking around, just walking is just too boring for me to be. I'm not motivated enough to do that. But if I have a goal, if I have sort of that little bit of a challenge to go out there and find something, then that kind of helps me to get out there. So now I'm out. I use this as a way to get myself out and about. And I have to say that this forest here, which I just read on one of the information plaques up over there that it's a really old type of forest, and it's been here like forever and ever, and it has some really unique features, and it really is very nice. So it's a pity that I've never been here before, but it's perfect weather now. It's about 5-6 degrees minus 5-6 degrees, so the ground is frozen, which means it's hard, it's not slippery, it's easy to get about, and there are no mosquitoes. Well, there haven't been mosquitoes for a few months, but in the summer that is a real pest. It is so bad in places like this, so I try not to go in summer because I can't. I'm just being eaten. Okay, I'm gonna look for my cache now. Hello, I'm back again. It is already evening, and my day has been full of all sorts of things. I got back from my very lovely and invigorating walk in the woods, because it actually got dark and all of my phones and cameras died because it was cold. And so now I'm getting ready for the last football game of the evening on the World Cup, which is going on. And I'm here now to show you my project, as I promised yesterday. I thought that I would try and share one project every day. I don't have 24 projects, obviously, but I can show you where I am at that project, what I'm doing at the moment, if I'm starting something new, what's going on, and so on. So these are the mittens that I showed a little bit of yesterday, and I'm now trying to sort of organize some kind of lighting here, which is a bit difficult, but because these are black in addition, so they kind of absorb the light. So I've got this set up here with my lights and everything, so hopefully you can see. So these are secret mittens, secret presents, secret projects, and they're for my sons. I'm going to make 2 pairs, and I've almost finished the first pair, and they are the Liverpool mittens. So these have the Liverpool football team logo or mascot or whatever that is, and then they have on the other side they have their "You'll never walk alone" motto. And these are by a designer, which of course I forget, but I will put all the specs down here. A Norwegian designer. There are many patterns for Liverpool mittens. This is the LFC, Liverpool Football Club. But these are the ones that I like the most. And so this is an overall color work pattern, so it'll be nice and warm. The yarn is Direrum Natura Ulysse yarn, or Ulysse as it is spelt. And the thing about these that are maybe a little bit different, or that may be a little bit interesting, is that I've used where you can see that there are long sections here with floats where you have to tie the yarn or twist the yarn in order to not have these long floats like over here. I have used here, like I'm showing on the other mitten here, the back or the wrong side of it, the ladder back jacquard technique, which is truly ingenious, a truly ingenious technique. It's actually knitting a sort of second layer at the back of your work, which means that you don't have to twist the yarn for every row. You kind of knit an extra stitch, but that stitch doesn't show from the front. And I find it to be both faster than twisting the yarn. There is less mess with the yarns twisting, and it also makes it even more even because somehow there is more stretch incorporated into that stitch, which sort of has a little bit of a give, so that you don't have to think so much about stretching the yarn. When you're twisting it, you have to think about how much yarn do I leave here in this float, but here it kind of comes out automatically. So not so much on that one. There's more on this side with the bird. So I've used it in several different places. I've used it here on the sides. I've used it a little bit here in the middle of the body where there's a section. And the great thing about this is that you can start it whenever and then you can stop it whenever. That sort of ladder of stitches that's created here. Now, how to do this in detail, I won't go into that here, but I can recommend a really good tutorial by Skein who has a very good podcast or vlog on YouTube, and she has fairly recently she had a tutorial about this technique because she used it in some of her designs. So if you want to learn more about this and see how it's done in more detail, then I can recommend that you go and have a look at that. So these are Liverpool mittens, and I've made the thumb on the first one. The second one is still missing its thumb, and then I'm going to make another pair for my other son because they are both Liverpool fans. And I think otherwise I will make them the same, but I will make the cuff a little different, maybe more gray on the other cuff, or on the cuffs of the other pair, so that the boys can distinguish between them, know which one is whose. Is the ladder back technique something that you are familiar with? Because I know some people that I talked to have heard about it and use it, and some people have never heard about it. It seemed so. It'd be interesting to know if it's something that's familiar to you or if you've never heard about it before. If you haven't, then you should try it because it's a game changer. Really is. Okay, I think that's it for my Vlogmas today. I will show you a sneak peek of my project for tomorrow, and then I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye!